Now.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Monday. It is a great day.
Good news, I think our phones are fixed.
Yes.
It only took us 3 days.
I know. If you want to hear our voices, give us a call. It's possible. We got that figured out. Oh. How many do we have now?
25, 30.
25, 30. 35.
34.
Oh,
it's like
43.
Now 35.
Oh, man. How was everyone's weekend? Hope that you guys had a good time. There was a little bit of sunshine on
Like that much.
We had Miko's birthday party, and as soon as everyone left is when the sun came out. So, but it was a good weekend. How many we have now?
88.
88. Well, I'm just going to go over some of the announcements, and then Cindy is going to announce the winner, tell a joke, and then she's going to get to stitching. Stitch, stitch, stitch. We like to stitch, stitch, stitch. No dancing today, but you get me being silly girl, making up my own song. Okay, so this week we have the Kimberbell Zoom. That is going to be at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And Patrick is sending out, or has sent out, an email that will have the link included so that you have access to that link to join the meeting tomorrow. If you don't, then just go onto our website. The very first page that pops up, there will be a link there that you can click on to go to the meeting. So that is really exciting. I know I'm looking forward to it. I think a lot of people are going to learn lots of fun stuff. So that will be fun. On Wednesday, we have the second part of Cindy's class, the Home Sweet Home, where we'll work on the construction of the wall hanging. On the 20th, on Thursday, we have the creative solutions for crafty people.
Nope, you got it right. Just keep going.
Man. On the 21st, on Friday, we have the woven serged notebook cover, and then we are having Kate do another block of the Stitcher's Garden for live that day.
Okay.
So the woven serged notebook covers at 10 in the morning, and then doing the Stitcher's Garden at 2.
Do you know if the Kimberbell class will be like a recording to view later?
I would imagine so. If that's wrong, they'll correct me tomorrow on live. But I think that it should be. So, that is all the information that I have for you guys. That's it. That's all she wrote. So I will take it over.
I have to go get the winning.
Oh,
I got it at my table.
that's okay. Aloha, Wendy. Yes, so Carol, we are doing the June fill in the blank is a project called Small Fry. We have more information coming to you about that in the future. Stay tuned.
Hopefully in near future. Our winner is going to be Roseanne Riley. So we'll give away our
Mr. Bunny Foo Foo.
our little pocket bunny here. And
Our Bugaboo Bunny.
whoa, no. Sorry, I'm trying to find my joke. I stole it
She stole
from
the
a
joke.
customer.
It's
She
funny.
posted it on her Facebook. So the joke goes. Not really a joke, it's just a funny story. So I was due for an appointment with the gynecologist later in the week. Early one morning, I received a call from the doctor's office to tell me that I had been rescheduled for that morning at 9:30 a.m. I had just packed everyone off to work and school, and it was already around 8:45. The trip to his office took about 30 minutes. 35 minutes, so I didn't have any time to spare. As most women do, I like to take a little extra effort over hygiene when making such visits, but this time I wasn't going to be able to make the full effort. So I rushed upstairs, threw off my pajamas, wet the washcloth that was sitting next to the sink, and gave myself a quick wash to make sure I was at least presentable. I threw the washcloth in the clothes basket, donned some clothes, hopped in the car, raced to my appointment. I was in the waiting room for only a few minutes when I was called in, knowing the procedure as I'm sure you do. I hopped up on the table, looked over at the other side of the room, and pretended I was in Paris or somewhere else a million miles away. I was a little surprised when the doctor said, "My, we have made an extra effort this morning, haven't we?" I didn't respond. After the appointment, I heaved a sigh of relief, went home. The rest of the day was normal. Some shopping, cleaning, cooking. After school, when my 6-year-old daughter was playing, she called out from the bathroom, "Mommy, where's the washcloth?" I told her to get another one from the cupboard. She replied, "No, I need the one that was here by the sink that had all of my glitter and sparkles inside." I'm never going back to that doctor ever again. So, oh man.
That would be really
unfortunate.
right. Yes, everyone's laughing.
All right, so today's project, we're going to do a Patriotic pot holder. I have baby hands, so that doesn't really fit my hand very well. I feel like it's really big, but it's just a cute little pot holder guy in here. And your kit will make 2 if you happen to buy one. It is $14.99. The only thing that's not in here is actually the Insulbright. There's 2 pieces of batting per pot holder, so you do kind of get some protection, but not the actual thermal protection. I get
The heat protection.
Anyways, so yeah, so $14.99 for the kit, and it makes 2. So on the website, or on our website, I have the link for their website for the design, or the pattern. I just went to the website and I did the whole Control P, and I just printed it straight from their website, so I have all their ads and stuff printed in here too. But they didn't have like an actual separate file to download it from, so that was just kind of what I had to do. It's from A Spoonful of Sugar, designs.com.
Ooh, a spoonful of
Kind of,
sugar,
yeah, Mary Poppins-ish, huh?
medicine goes down.
So in your kit, you're gonna, I cut all your circles out. Well, I didn't, the AccuQuilt did, but but so your kit's actually already cut out into the 8-inch circle. I just figured it'd be a lot easier than having you guys, you know, draw around a plate or something like that to make your own template. So the only thing you would have to do that for is the Insulbright, if you so choose to put it in there. So
And yes, it's a free design.
it is a free design, yep. And the finished size is about a 7.5-inch circle.
All right.
All right, so your kit will have 2 times the amount of what I'm about to say. So for the back piece and the inside lining, you are going to have 2 pieces of a solid blue, and then you will have 1 of each print, and then 2 pieces of batting times 2. But we're only going to do 1 right now. So I'm going to leave my backing and lining part alone for now. Oh, and you're also going to have 2 red strips. So you'll have 1 full circle, and we'll leave that aside for now. The other full circle, you got to cut in half. And then the 2 printed side fabrics, we're going to press in half, wrong sides together. So that's kind of the prep work I did. I also pressed my 2 red pieces, which are pretty much our binding pieces, in half as well. So that was my prep work.
If anyone is on here watching and is wanting the Insulbright, if you'll tell us the amount of Insulbright you're interested in. The items that we are talking about today are available on our website as well for those of you who do not shop locally or choose to shop online and are local or not local. So those are available on there for you.
All right. I did these a couple weeks ago, so I had to freshen myself up. All right, so each of your halves here, we're gonna stuff with one of your halves of the batting.
Two yards for you, Annette. We got it. We got it. You got it, girl.
Okay. And then I'm just going to do a straight stitch, and I'm going to lengthen my stitch length out. I'm just basically going to do a basting stitch around just to close up the edge here.
Ooh, Beth, me neither. Everyone's saying it's soggy other places. And Beth...
Soggy, like it's been raining?
Yeah, and Carol said it will be soggy here tonight and tomorrow. And Beth says, does not hurt my feelings at all. I am a big rain person, so I am up for it. And have you guys, like, if you're not in Littleton, and it might be a silly request, but if you just want to see greenery, jump on 470. There's lots of greenery, and it's gorgeous.
Okay.
Go on a road trip.
I lengthened my stitch out to the max as it could go, and I've also moved my needle over as far as it could go because I just want to catch these three pieces together, the front and the back and the batting. So that's how today's gone.
As long as I don't have to shovel it, I'm there with you too, Beth.
Ooh, hex yeah, hex yeah. I don't know where that came from.
So Lori, we are working on getting some of the pricing put together for everything on the classes. So just bear with us. We will get the prices figured out for those classes that you're talking about so that you can sign up online or call us in the store and get signed up. And yes, Cherry, let me grab the sample. So it is a Patriotic pot holder. Let me put it on my hands here. My arms aren't long enough.
I was gonna say, you have baby hands too?
I do. Super cute. The kit will make 2 pot holders, and it's $14.99. And the pattern you can get on our website, and it is a free pattern.
All right. So with my binding strip here, I'm going to clip it in place so the little sucker doesn't move on me.
Oh, Anne, that would be... Anne says, I live in the country on a gravel road. The mud is about 3 inches deep to drive through. I'm not happy about that. I think I would probably have too much fun with that.
As long as you have the right vehicle.
Right.
However, I don't know if my sister told you, but her boyfriend's truck just didn't have a good weekend.
Oh, no. You could definitely make this for all of the holidays.
Absolutely.
I am glad it doesn't have binding around the circle. I always have issues with
yeah.
bias binding.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I do have to admit this one has hand sewing.
Uh-oh, she said it, ladies.
I did.
So you're just putting the edge of
My bra edges to the fold. That's in the center of our semicircle.
Mm-hmm, semicircle.
Okay. Right now I'm not going to worry about my bobbin thread, but when I flip it over, I will.
Hi, Kathy. Your length.
I still have my...
Oh. So when you get done with the basting your
Yeah,
3 layers together,
your stitches back to what it's supposed to be.
put your default settings for your length and put your needle back where it needs to go.
That doesn't look right. That looks way more than a quarter.
It is a way more than a quarter.
Is it 2? Is that what it's supposed to be at?
Yeah. That's a lot better.
There we go.
Yes, Rebecca, the phones are working. We are so happy about it.
Seriously, the headache is over.
And Charlene, Lily is doing wonderful now. She is back to her sassy little self in school. Feeling a lot better. She just finished her antibiotics and on the up and up. I know, Anne. Isn't it great? You could have one of these for each holiday. Or 2 for each holiday. If Cindy's cutting kits for you.
No.
All right, so...
Okay, so I'm gonna flip it on over. And I guess you don't have to worry about your bobbin thread, but I'm just one of those people that likes to do it right every time, I guess. Because you really aren't gonna see the inside. But do have one to match.
Yes, Roseanne, Elaine is in the Centennial store. Thank you, Annette. We are happy that she's feeling better.
And I'm gonna pin it.
So the fabrics used today, if you're interested in yardage of it, we just need to make sure that we have enough kits made. If that is something you're interested in, just let us know and we will let you know if we are able to accommodate your yardage request. Thank you, Lucidel. Val says she likes matching bobbins too.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna try and catch as close to the...
Catch the very edge of your red?
Yeah. I'm not gonna get all fancy with the serpentine stitch or anything like that. I have enough problems getting a straight line as it is. Okay. Half one done.
That is a good suggestion there, Beth. Beth says use your stitch in the ditch foot and move your needle over to the right.
Yeah?
Could certainly do that.
I like that idea.
I love a guide, man. Let me tell you.
Okay, so now that we have our two fronts here done, we don't have to worry about those now. So this is where we take our
I'm going to make coffee after this.
Oh, okay.
My mouth is watering at the thought.
Yeah.
Everyone loves coffee, right? Thank you, Barb.
Layer backing circle on top of batting and insole bright. So we're gonna do this kind of sandwich.
Roseanne says she loves the fabric you chose.
It's nice and festive. Okay, so we're gonna do our lining piece, or our backing piece, on top of our insole bright and
Batting?
batting. Yep, thanks. I'm going to.
It happens to all of us.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So, Roberta, can you show her the finished one? She was a little late joining and would like to see the project. So, we are working on a Patriotic pot holder. Let me just grab this hot thing here. This hot thing. Oh, you're hot.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, man.
But isn't it cute? And Roberta, just so you know, we have kits available to make these, and it actually makes 2 per kit, and it is $14.99. And she is using 1 layer of insole bright and 1 layer of batting. For this section, because your 2 pieces that you just did together has batting in it as well. Yeah. Connie says that she made
was 1 piece of batting.
1 piece of batting cut in half. Connie, you made some pot holders out of coffee fabric, or you made coffee out of coffee fabric?
What?
I don't know. And if you need to, you could probably get away with doubling up on your insole braid if you want.
Yeah. Just gives you extra padding and extra protection. Okay, so I'm going to pin these together, and this is going to be your, however you choose to quilt these together. I'm going to be boring, and I'm just going to do some lines.
And then while she's doing the quilting, I'm going to show you some cool stuff.
Fun stuff.
The fun and the coolest stuff ever. Barbara, what are you referring to? Are you talking about the kit for today's project? We'll see if she answers. How far apart did you do this one?
1/2 inch.
A 1/2 inch. You could even use the grid on the projection.
Yep, I could.
On the Solaris. I don't know. I'm sorry. She made pot holders. I'm seeing double. She made pot holders out of the coffee fabric.
Very cool. All right.
That's perfect. if you cook with a cast iron, it would have to have double Insulbrite. Good advice there, Carolyn.
So this is the only thing that I don't like about it.
We can take care of that for you, Rebecca. We got you. So Barbara, if you're interested in ordering the kit, you can comment on the video here that you are interested in the kit. Again, there is 2 pot holders or materials enough to make 2 pot holders in each kit, and the kit costs $14.99. You can comment and say that you're interested in it. If you are a first-time shopper of Above and Beyond, we ask that you contact us at 720-440-9654 so that we can get your telephone number and your address and things like that for you, so that we can take care of getting your information and your profile set up on the system. And you can also order it online, so aboveandbeyondsewing.com, and there is a products tab, and you'll just select the Facebook Live products, and the kit will be available for you on there as well, and you can set up your own account on there.
I feel like I'm crooked.
You do?
I do.
Oh no. She feels cattywampus, ladies.
I didn't like the grid I was throwing off.
No.
But the laser beam's awesome.
So Cindy's using the laser beam. She made an original line in order to follow this for the first stitch. And she has a second beam, which we can show you here in just one moment, how she's going to get that lined up.
So here's my original stitch line. Hopefully y'all can see that.
You can see it in the
but
light.
my lines here are 1/2 inch apart. So this line is actually my sub line. This is my stitch line. So I'm going to follow my stitch that I previously made on my sub line so that I know that they stay 1/2 inch apart. Hopefully.
Just keeping that previous stitch lined up with that laser to the left, as Beyonce says. To the left, to the left.
Okay. I'm probably going to be here for a hot minute.
Okay.
Show them you're good.
She has a hot minute for her hot pad. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you something. This is a new bundle. It is called the Family Blessing Bundle, and it is a 2-yard bundle for you. It's $19.99. You have a dark option, dark background with this beautiful beige font on there. Has some really nice sayings on there like roots, this is us, cherish, gather, better together, family, humble. So you want to know what I think of when I see this bundle? I think of Tim McGraw. Humble and kind. What is that? Humble and kind? Yep, that's it. And then you flip it over, and guess what? You have a beige option that has 3 different colors really on there. This darker font, a lighter gray, and this red font. So you have a dark option as well as the light option, and then you have these 2 fabrics that just blend beautifully with the Family Blessings fabrics. So that is $19.99 for that bundle, and again, those are available on the website as well. And we wanted to tell you that based off of last week's live video here at the Littleton store, Cheryl worked on the May ornament, and I'll walk over there and show you. So we had the May ornament that Cheryl had done. And we have the month of June as well, if you're interested in that. So we have those for you guys. Take this over. Check in with Miss Cindy. How you doing?
Stitching.
All right, let's read up on some of these comments. How did you know that the subline was a 1/2 inch? And Dilbeck would like to know.
So in my menu here for our subline, please wait a while.
Please wait a while.
In the sub tab, I can either select a line, a grid,
Or an angle.
or nothing.
Or
But I have sub selected, and down here it asks for what position you like, and I toggled it over till it said 1/2 inch.
Perfect.
But I mean, you could, find yourself a 1/4 inch or whatever. And once it gets to a more American metric, it'll tell you that. Otherwise, most of it's in millimeters.
Hopefully that helps you, Anne.
Yeah.
Rain in North Arvada. So that means it's coming for us, everyone.
No.
I'm going to go out there and dance.
Keep doing this.
If you guys want to see a crazy person, whenever it's predicted to rain here in Littleton, drive by Above and Beyond. Address is 10201 West Bowles Avenue. And you shall see me out there dancing in the rain.
Oh, I'm like, what does this have to do with a crazy person?
Me! It is me!
What are you trying to say here?
Oh, man.
Usually, back when I was in California, it's just stay on the freeway for 5 minutes. It's like, as soon as it rains, it's like nobody knows how to drive and everybody's nuts.
Mary Myrup, your font looks very Disney-like. How do you do that? To answer your question, the bundle is called the Family Blessings Bundle. You get a dark option. It has some really nice family related words on there. This is us, cherish, family, love, better together, gather, grateful heart. It's really beautiful. You have it in a dark option as well as a light option. And then we have 2 other fabrics that just blend nicely with the colors that are involved in the bundle. And that is $19.99.
Last one.
Let me see more.
Okay. All right. So now.
Connie Lucero, no, we are still going to be putting the links on the calendar so that when you go to the events tab and you select on a date, the video should be there. We are still working on getting some of those posted. So that is there, but you can always go back onto our posts or our videos for Above and Beyond and see based off of the date and find the video that way as well. But we are working on getting those up.
So here.
Brenda Purdue, just as the norm, per the norm. If you go on to our website and go to our events calendar, Cindy has posted a link in order to get the free pattern for today's project.
Okay, so then our lining piece. Actually, I should have done this when I sewed the outer edges of the halves.
Beth says that I'm supposed to sing in the ring. I can do that too. There's not really very good poles to spin around in there, like Gene Kelly in the rain. And I also don't have a top hat.
Can you tap?
I can pretend to tap. Anne says, does Lily get her sassy from you? You know, Cindy's face said that all. Oh, man.
I kind of feel like we've had this conversation already once today.
Oh, goodness. So, to answer your question, Anne, I think so. Mary Meyer says, by accident. Well, whatever you did, I want to know, because that is cool.
By accident?
Yeah, she somehow has a font that looks like Disney.
Oh.
I guess it doesn't look always like Disney. Like, her C's look like cent signs.
Oh.
But it looks cool.
Okay. So.
Elaine seems to think that Lily gets her sass from Kate.
Whoopsie daisies. Okay, so I have our lining piece and then our two top halves that are going to be right side out, and your lining piece is going to be right side up, and we're going to sandwich those together, just stitching all the way around.
I apologize, ladies. I forgot to mute my phone today. You hear my little birdie chirping. Sounds like an ugly bird.
Okay. I think we're finally at this point. And pin the pot holder front and the back together, right sides facing.
Carol Susie would like to know if you did any sewing before coming to work here.
Negative.
No, she did not.
Okay, I did a very, very poor attempt at making my kids the most ridiculous dress when they were like toddlers, because my husband at the time was coming back from overseas, and so I made them like this horrible camo corduroy dress that literally I just stuck a seam up the back and tried to stitch some like crochet ribbon type of stuff as like oh my god, it was ridiculous. I burned those things.
She burned them.
It was so bad, but it served its purpose for the hour that they were needed to be in it. So all right, so we're putting the pot holder front and the back together, right sides facing, stitching around the outside. We're gonna leave about a 4-inch gap so we can flip it, and then we're gonna do the bad stuff. Which means that's over there too. Oh, goodness.
Carol says you seem to have taken to it like a duck to water.
Oh, a duck. Okay.
She had to think about that.
I was like, wait, do ducks like water?
Oh, goodness.
It's Monday. Can you guys tell?
I think I need to make her some coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Okay, so the first time I sewed these out together, I'm sure you all know this, but I'll just state it, I probably wouldn't leave your opening where your seams are, where your binding is, because that was a pain to try to stitch together. See, proof that I've never sewn before working.
You know, you learn as you go, right?
Like, you don't really have a choice, I guess. Okay, I think I want to stitch from this side because it's easier for me to see. Anyways. I can't remember. So it just says 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't say that. So I am going to do it at 1/4 of an inch.
Brenna says, "What are you putting in your coffees?" we're behaving, Brenna.
Just coffee and water, grounds and water. I swear.
I'm not promising that. Just kidding. Just
Why
kidding.
the heck are you not sharing?
Whatever. I want some, Carol says. And so does Bev. Bev wants some of... I think that's been one of the biggest things that I've taken away with sewing, too, is definitely learning from your mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to do it in order to experience the mistake to know.
Exactly. I mean, as much as I could say that classes and stuff would be amazing, like, you know, and what I have learned working alongside, you know, like Kate and you and everybody, but like, I think I've learned probably more from
doing it yourself.
Oopses.
Right.
All right. So.
Hi, Deb.
Back this up as a reinforcement just a little bit so that when I flip it out, it's...
Ooh. Brenna says to put some red velvet Baileys in your coffee.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't even know they did red velvet.
I didn't either. I'm going to be telling your father to get it for Christmas next year. It's like the thing I always look forward to going over to their house for Christmas. The cup of coffee with some Baileys in it. Sitting next to the Christmas tree.
Okay.
Yes, and sewers are always willing to help. That's what I think the coolest thing, too, that I've noticed with working in this industry is all of the Facebook pages and stuff that we belong to, seeing how willing everybody is to help is really cool.
Yeah.
Do you have to trim anything on there or going around with pinking shears? Is that recommended at that point?
I can't get our pinking shears to go around it because
there's so many layers.
Yeah, and ours are really, I don't know if they're just gummy or like gunked up or whatever, but I would definitely, if you can get some pinking shears to go through it, but it is a lot for a pair of scissors to go through.
Yeah.
So maybe even like making some cuts or something in it so that your edge, your
poking around makes it easier
really
to get a nice seam.
But for time purposes and whatnot.
Julie says, what's aggravating, though, is when I do the same boo-boo right after I fix the first one. Yeah, that's when all of us are making, you know, not so nice words in our sewing rooms. We're not very happy.
Okay, so I don't know if everybody needs to watch me get angry at my project for having to hand sew it. So I'll just tell you that they suggested a ladder stitch. Cheryl used another word for it, and I can't remember what she said.
Cheryl?
She might be on the telephone. So
she's hiding behind the computer.
I hope you guys know what a ladder stitch is.
Roseanne says FAIL equals first attempt in learning. That's really cool.
I really do.
I do too.
So, yeah, but using a ladder stitch kind of makes it so that your stitches become invisible when you tighten everything. So it actually is very handy. I won't show you the first one I did because I did not know what a ladder stitch was and I had to Google it. And it does not look very good. So definitely would suggest using a ladder stitch if I can even find.
She did that good of a job. She doesn't know where she did her hand
I
sewing.
think it's right there.
Yep.
From here to here. And I just used the same thread that I used on the back before my quilting, so it kind of hit it in
Very
there nicely.
nice.
But yeah, so there is your pot holder for your Memorial Day party.
Very
Now that we're all
cool.
opening up and we can have them.
So, Roberta, if you want to call our store, our phone number is 720-440-9654. I would just need to know what machine it is that you have so that we can try and figure out why your backstitch is not working. Maybe there's a certain setting that you have selected and you don't even know it. But if you call us, again, the phone number is 720-440-9654. We would be happy to try and figure out what's going on with you. I like Kahlua in my coffee. Beth, I think I've tried that before. And Deb, the kit does include all of the materials needed to make 2 pot holders. It just does not include the Insulbright. There are 2 pieces of batting in there. So 4.
Yeah.
So 4 per kit. So if you want to have a little bit more of a protection from heat for your pot holders, we are just encouraging people to buy Insulbright separately.
And to be honest, because the pot holders are only like a 7.5 inch finish, a quarter of a yard would be
perfect.
dandy.
Yep, it would be perfect. And the kit is $14.99, and as we've mentioned before, it is enough to make the 2 pot holders. Could you top stitch it?
I mean, sure. It'll be more visible that way, but sure.
Yeah. Nice project. Just reading some of these comments. That or I don't want to leave you guys. How big were the circles before you started sewing?
8 inches.
8 inches. 8 inches.
So what's really nice about this pattern is that, say you wanted to make it smaller, everything would just downsize the exact same amount. So your binding strips were 8 inches, and I cut mine at 2.5 just for the binding. That's what all of them are cut to. But I mean, if you wanted to do 6 inches, so then all of your circles would be 6 inches and your binding would be 6 inches. So it's a really nice and easy to resize if you wanted.
Change them up a little bit. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you on Wednesday. Some of you are on there for Cindy's welcome. Home Sweet Home. There's so much home going on.
A lot of home going on. We're all getting confused.
Home. Welcome home. And then we will see you next Monday. So have a great rest of your week.